Hello, hello. Welcome to my Stained Mountains Mindustry map. I'm going to be pushing it to wave 500, and I'm glad you joined me for this. Now, let me show you around the base after this wave is over. And I'll talk about the defenses and, I don't know, the resource lines, whatever. It's chill. It's been a while since I made a video, so figured this won't have too much structure to it. It'll just be a nice little hello to you guys who decided to stop on by. Let's get it started. So, my defenses, as usual, like during my Let's Play, are focused around Scorched Dudes. So, pretty much all the damage is being dealt by Scorches, but this time I added a few Oil Wave turrets to get that tarred debuff on them, which apparently does increase the amount of fire damage Scorches deal to them, which is fantastic. Let's keep going. Okay. This is a boss wave. I do tend to take damage on these. Other waves, I'm completely fine, but boss waves with these chaos arrays, those might actually do some damage, which is why I have these revenants here. So, let's see how much I lose, and I'll call in the revenant when I get scared. So, that's actually quite a lot of chaos arrays. Am I losing walls yet? I don't. Yeah, I'm losing walls. But are these walls surviving? No, they're not. Okay. Let's call in the reds. Okay, they can go home now. And I can go rebuild everything. If only I had phase walls. Not phase walls, but what do you call those? I forget. What are they? Surge walls, yeah. I'm pretty sure surge walls would have survived this. Because they have more HP than plast walls. The big issue was that they simply didn't have enough HP to survive all the abuse the chaos arrays were throwing at them. Difficult remembering what everything was. Actually, I might not be able to have this completely built by the time the next wave comes around, because this map doesn't have any thorium, and I came here with a default loadout, so there are no phantom drones for me to help me build. Okay, that's this one done. Let me just... Okay, you guys can all go on the attack. Yes. While I rebuild this. Actually, what did you used to be? You used to be a wall. Okay. Come on, build faster, please. Anyways, other than that wave, my defenses are pretty good. Normally, I would actually have. Normally, I would have these revenants out chilling, because they actually would have aggroed the chaos arrays, so the walls would have had less fire focused on them. But I'll give you a demonstration of how that works. Because these revenants, I actually didn't build for defense. I built them mostly for meat shielding the wall. But I was slightly curious if these glass walls could have held, and they did not, unfortunately. Okay. Routed around. It is fortunate they didn't get too far, the chaos arrays. Keep building. Replace all that was lost. Yeah, sure, why not rebuild all you? You are not the right thing. You are, though. You go this way, and up, 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 up. That way. Alright, here, there. Router. You know, this would be such a pain if there weren't ghosts. Many nice things were added to this game. I think here. Thank you, Revenant. Is that it? That's the no. Please connect. Thank you. Connect there. Okay, Reps. Don't need you anymore. I don't think the boss wave's going to hit me now. Okay, don't need that bridge anymore. Okay, so the defense itself. Let's find a wave here. What are you? So I've been AFK most of the time, and the defenses held pretty well. Occasionally I'd lose the wall. This is the normal way my defense looks. So typically the wave comes in, and the revenants are far enough away that the majority of them don't aggro onto the wave. So it's only a few revenants that swing out and essentially get the attention of the enemy wave coming in, get shot up a bunch, but they keep the wall from being hit. So if I had this going during that boss wave, I probably would have lost only 2 walls, but like I said, I was curious how much damage I would take without the rev. And apparently it was a lot. Why aren't you powered? Fix that. Okay. So, why aren't you powered up here? Okay. Um, so that's ground defense, right? Then I have air defense, which pretty big air squadron. But guess what? Scatters with with metaglass are crazy good. Yeah, all those air units, they die. It's complete no issue. And I don't even have like any storage of metaglass. It's just these two kilns providing all the ammo for. It's ridiculous how little metaglass I use per wave, and just how good metaglass is as an ammo for scatter. It just tears any air unit up. Well, any small air unit. I'm pretty sure their efficacy falls off against Reapers and Liches. But small air units, just swats them out of the sky. Okay, this wall, pretty darn strong. Can't stand against chaos arrays like that. But the wall's surviving against daggers just fine. I'm just sending these away to demonstrate. So because I don't have any phase fabric to boost the large vendors, I'm boosting these smaller vendors with silicon. And you only need one silicon smelter for 7 small vendors. So it's not expensive to supply these vendors with silicon, and it makes them pretty good. They can take a lot of punishment. They're still not as good as phase boosted gun projectors, but in the early game, the boost effect is very noticeable. And I found I can get about 14 of these menders supplied with silicon and cover the front row of wall. So these walls are pretty dang tough. All my guns are actually focused down here. This one here is, I think I used this term back when I did the overgrowth level in the Let's Play. This is called a whipping boy. And its job is to just take enemy fire and redirect it away from the wall that has the gun. Because if the wall with the guns go down, then I'm all sorts out of luck. And because I had to spare space for ammo infrastructure and piping infrastructure for cooling and oil multiplicative tar boost, whatever. This wall's actually a lot weaker than the one up top because had to make space for guns and stuff. So this wall's tougher, but it takes a lot more fire. And if you notice, I designed this wall up here to spread out the damage of the daggers as evenly as possible across the block. That way, no single block is being focused down. So it's actually ridiculously tough against taking damage. It's like you don't even see the health on the walls change all that much. Okay, so yep, that's my gun wall. This is my whipping boy. This is the anti-air wall. Notice it does have a combustion generator hidden in it so that all the air waves go straight for this wall. Yeah, it's this wall, these air units, they do nothing. They do nothing. Okay, now for the base itself, I had this here, but apparently the air units fur going up north, so that's fine by me. I probably don't need this anymore. Most of the coal is provided by laser drills. I had this just in case the bosses broke through while I was AFK, but that never happened because the revenants pretty much tanked all the damage that they needed. Ooh, is this not connected? Connected. I'm using ice to provide water for spore to oil to coal centrifuges to provide power in some areas. I'm using as much water as possible. I'm trying not to use too many water extractors, but sometimes space becomes an issue. So here's my plastic production. All this can feed 5 of these. This is all routed to the base. This lead here makes metaglass and pyrrhotite. Oh, I guess I should push waves. Makes pyrrhotite for the scorches here, the highest tier ammo. Some more arcs, just in case the boss breaks through, because I got paranoid. Here's some lead power. I mean, not lead, coal power. Here's some silicon being made specifically for these repair drones. The repair drones don't seem to be doing much. They seem to be dying most of the time, but that doesn't matter. This is free resources on the map, and I have a crap ton of power. How much? Yeah, almost 10k power. Core's full. No vaults, only containers because there's no thorium on this map. Everything, all my graphite needs were provided by these 2 multi-presses. Titanium into the core, my drone collection, little corner here, all you ever need for lead and copper income. Then 2 kilns provided all of the metaglass needs. In fact, filled up my core. 1 belt of silicon directly into the core, and that's it. And piping, disgusting piping everywhere, because I didn't want to rely too much on water extractors. I guess I could have piped water to these. This is an overdriven coal cultivator setup, giving me power here. This actually provided me most of my power early game, this whole array of naturally sourced coal into steam generators. This coal here, I think that goes into, oh my god, a silicon block here and another silicon block here. All the silicon is used to make the revenants that I actually never super needed. And the last piece of my base is this scrap to differential generator array. And it turns out differential generators are pretty trash. They're not that good. I mean, they do give more power than burning steam coal do. But I'm actually losing a lot of energy by having to make material that I have to burn off. So yeah, like all the coal and graphite and excess whatever being made here is being burnt off, and that's just a huge waste of energy. So yeah, scrap to differential generator power, I don't recommend. It's much better if you have coal, sand, and lead directly sourced from the map rather than scrap. If you have scrap, that's better to turn that into impact power. But once again, I don't have thorium for making surge and all that fun stuff. Yep, that's it. That's the base, and it has survived this long. And you just witnessed it taking the most damage it ever has taken with those chaos arrays. But yeah, all these other ways, absolute pushovers. I don't even need ripples. Like, I see people spamming ripples everywhere, like having a huge array here, you know, any place they can shove them. Not needed. People just need to learn how to make stronger walls, and actually ripples might help versus the chaos arrays. But why would I need ripples when I have these revenants? Okay, maybe I need something to kill that last dude just chilling out there. Here. Have an arc. You'll finish it off, right? Okay. Oh, the arc is absolutely useless here because the blast walls block electrical. Actually, that makes me curious. Does it block Lancers, too? Okay, so Lancers aren't electrical. Fascinating. Okay, so arcs, their pew-pews don't go through these walls. That's hilarious to me. Oh, you're doing too much work. I don't like you. Here. Where is that? Okay, let's make it here. I think that's where the units are getting hung up. I think it's these waves are pushing the units back outside the scorch range. I really would love like some tractor beam to pull units into the scorches. That'd be pretty awesome. Oh look, a bunch of air units died over here. I didn't notice because scatters are just so strong against them. Like, holy balls. Let's go. More waves. Regarding water and oil usage, cryo, you don't really need that much cryo. Like these guns, they're being fed by cryo. I also have a wave being fed cryo. These two force projectors that didn't do anything. Like holy crap, they just collapsed the instant the chaos arrays broke through the wall. That's why I hate force projectors. They're kind of useless in my opinion. These force projectors, all these are being fed by 2 cryo fluid mixers, and that's it. They're not even being overdriven. They're just plain old working, putting it into a tank, and guess what? That's enough to cool down everything. Don't need that much cryo, apparently, with this many guns. The oil is slightly low, but honestly, making oil from cultivators is pretty trash. I'm pretty sure using an oil extractor fed from sand would be better, but once again, I don't have thorium. All in all, I did find playing this map pretty interesting, playing this map again. Unlike Desolate Rift, the hardest map, survival map in the campaign, Desolate Rift maxes out at 100 units. Not that impressive. This maxes out I'm not sure what it maxes out as, but I've had waves that go above 1,000. And sure, they're little units, but the amount of firepack power that many units can have is pretty fascinating. And it definitely wasn't, the most difficult thing to beat, but it wasn't an absolute pushover of a map either once it got to the entire wave. Oh no, it was really fun. It's definitely a nice change of pace from Desolate Rift. Let's bring the Revenants in. There are actually so many daggers, the sound is flipping. Because there's so many of the pew pew noises stacking on top of each other. boss wave. Okay, let's demo how it survives with these chaos arrays out and about. So once I clear out the critical mass of them, they become much easier to handle. Oh, you used to be a mender. Okay. Great. Getting close to the end. Us wave and see. Only 400 enemies? You're kidding me, right? I feel like this map doesn't respect me. Okay. Map complete. And I've showed what I already wanted to show. Oh, that's Stain Mountains. Wave 500. It was pretty fun. Definitely a different pace from Desolate Rift. What? What? How do I have more lead than what the core would allow? Huh. That that kind of ruins the whole look of this. Anyways, thank you for joining me. It's been a while since I made a video, so I hope you enjoyed this one. And maybe you'll learn a thing or two about how you actually don't need ripples to have a good defense. Anyways, thank you, and until next time.